Okay. So hopefully they can see us. Maybe that's...
I think, yeah.
Should be about right. Like, hopefully, no blue crap in the front. This is a special diary of the day. Because we didn't do anything, because for the last almost 3 hours we've been seeing Avatar.
Yep.
3D.
Yep. 3D Avatar.
Neither one of us had any intention of seeing it when it came out.
No, I'm not a movie person.
But neither am I. But all we've heard was positive reviews from everyone.
Yeah.
Everybody you talked to, everybody I talked to.
My parents just went and saw it not too long ago, actually.
Yeah.
Last week, I think.
Yeah, so people I work with have seen it some multiple times because it was so good. So we decided, okay, we'll go see it. And we just saw it 30 minutes late because the IMAX wasn't working.
That was the most startling part. We're sitting there and the screen's just black
working.
and it's like, oh.
Nothing's happening.
I certainly hope.
We drive 40 minutes from my house to Altamont to see this thing, and then it might not work. But it finally gets going 25 minutes later.
25 minutes later, that's right.
So, 2 hours and 45 minutes long approximately. What are your thoughts?
It was alright.
Alright?
It was alright.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I would recommend it. It wasn't bad.
No, it
wasn't bad. It was alright.
It was good.
It's pretty good.
There were parts where it was cool to see.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's really, in all sincerity, if it wasn't for the 3D aspect,
it probably would have been pretty stupid.
It would have been if I had seen just a normal movie with that, I would have been, that was 2.5 hours.
It's not any new plot, really.
No, see, that's the thing. It's like, probably after 20 minutes in, I'm like, okay, well, I know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we've seen
it's a very standard plot.
Yeah. About the first 15 to 30 minutes, you have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Yeah, it's one of those, I think, I'm trying to remember, there's a term for it. I know they use it with television. They're called a cold start, where it just drops you right in the middle. I don't know if they use the same thing.
It's so long that they take their time introducing it. So if you can get through the first 20 minutes without leaving, you'll be okay.
Well, that's how, if you ever read Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, that's how that is. It drops you right into the middle of this world, and you're not sure exactly what's going on.
Because it's a whole fantasy world you have, so you kind of got to learn it. And it takes its time teaching it to you, because it's coming in and out of scenes because of this intricate system that they use to become the Avatar people, or whatever they're called. And
the Na'vi? Na'vi is interesting because Na'vi is Hebrew for prophet.
Okay.
Funny.
Well, there you go. So you got to figure that out, what's going on with that. Because, like, the first few times they cut, it's like, what's going on? But once you figure it out, you kind of get what's going. Yeah. You see where it's going to go. So the guy...
the plot is very transparent. Well, not very, I don't want to be so critical, but it's a pretty typical plot, like we said, but visually it's nice.
Visually it was good. The scenes of destruction are excellent.
Oh, yeah.
When there's fighting going on, it's done very well.
Some of the explosions, once there were these loud explosions, I thought, I cannot believe they make speaker systems that can handle that kind of an explosion.
Yeah.
The capacity of the speaker systems in the theater.
Yeah.
Like earth-shattering explosions.
Yeah, just big stuff, and there were some things, but that's just the point of 3D where the stuff seemed like you could reach out and touch it.
Oh, yeah, it's like
inches from
embers
your face.
And things.
The little things. It's not the big stuff. There's one scene earlier where he's pointing a gun, and it's like sticking out in your face.
Yeah, but
other than that, it's very little, minute, intricate things that you see right in your face that make it something else.
But, I think we could have done it without the alien making out.
That was very awkward.
Something
strange
awkward
about blue people getting it on.
Because they're seriously like...
It's like Smurfs, kind of.
No, they're kissing, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. And they keep going, I'm like...
Then they listen when it's kissing
they're like, pull out, and they're just in the middle of this forest. I'm like, oh my God.
The sacred forest for prayer.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like, please tell me...
the first time. That'd be like taking a date to a church and doing her there.
I'm really honestly thinking, this was PG-13, right? So there's not going to be any full-on alien,
No. There was a lot of bad language for 13.
Some of the bad was a bit unnecessary.
Yeah, there was no F-bomb. I think the one scene with the chick, she's supposed to yell the F word, but because it's slowed down, you don't really hear it. But there's no... there's more than you'd expect for a PG-13, but it's not obsessive at all. It wasn't like, oh, geez, come on.
Oh, no, but it was just... I'm just saying, they would have just came back and blown the thing up.
Yeah, probably. I don't think they're just going to give up that. Don't give it away, though. So he meets this chick that's supposed to be very blue and sexy, I guess.
I'm sorry, but the people, the aliens...
They're like 8 feet tall.
They have very Africanized features. I mean, very clearly Africanized
very
features.
Very wide noses.
Very clearly
gigantic lips.
Features. Absolutely.
The 8 foot tall part is not real.
No.
No one's 8 feet tall, nor do Africans have, like, 4 foot long tails.
No. Not that I know of.
No.
I've never been there, but that's not right. No, and then the religious aspects of it, which are not real clear on, just sort of this kind of hoaxy, pagan
undertone.
It was like a mixture of sort of Native American religious beliefs, what we perceive as Native American religious beliefs, because I don't really know what they live, and like voodoo, kind of Haitian voodoo thing. Kind of weird dancing scenes like that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, there are some parts that's kind of weird, but the thing with a movie that's over 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours long, it didn't seem that long.
There were a couple. This is the thing. They could not have made that movie any shorter. Like it wasn't like they were dragging
the way
it out.
They did it,
but there were some parts that were a little bit slow. Like okay, let's go.
But there was never a part where I felt where I wanted to check my phone and see how far into it we were. No. It kept you going, which is good, because there's some movies where it's 3 hours long and you check your phone thinking it's been a half hour and it's been 2 hours, and there's some movies where it's an hour and a half long and it sucks and you check your phone thinking it's almost over and it's been 20 minutes.
Yeah, like when I actually saw Spider-Man in theaters, and that was probably...
Spider-Man's gay.
Well, it was a very dragged out movie.
Spider-Man sucks. Spider-Man is very terrible.
I was younger.
So overall, if you had 5 stars to give it.
Oh, come on.
What would you give it? It's a movie review. What do you want?
No, I don't know. Well, first of all, I just saw it. So, I mean, maybe a week from now, I would say...
Yeah, in retrospect, you might feel different, which maybe we'll cover in another video. But as of right now, if you had to throw 5 stars at it, how much...
As just a total, or, like, can we... Visually, because plot-wise, it's a typical plot. Visually,
overall, that people don't just come and hear the plot. People don't just come and see it. They get the whole thing. Unless there's a deaf person or a mute that comes or something.
Can I do 0.5s or no?
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
Oh, I can do 0.5s?
Unless a blind person or a deaf person comes.
Can I do even more? Or could just 0.5s?
0.5s? What is this? Jeez. 0.5.
This is
0 to 5 with halves.
I am saying... somewhere between like a 3.5 and a 4. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Because visually it's great, but again, plot-wise it's a typical plot.
Yeah, it's not. I was probably going to say 4.
Really? Okay, you're around the same.
It was.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It's not probably a DVD I would buy because
absolutely
it'd be too disappointing.
It would be
too disappointing
even
to watch
if they make, because I don't know. I think Dan was saying they were talking about doing.
They have 3D televisions.
Even that, I wouldn't
want
to see it again.
No, that's a movie that you. Enjoy it when you go see it.
Yeah,
because it's never going to be the same.
No, absolutely not.
So I'll give it a 4. So what are you saying? 3.75 then?
If I could do that, yeah, because between 3.5 and 4. Because visually it was it's nice, but I mean plot wise it's a normal.
What was the pilot chick in that I've seen?
Oh, she's been in like 3 dozen movies. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know her name, but I've seen her in all these movies.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'll have to Wikipedia that later.
She is in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
That girl. I'm not sure what she is either. Is she Hispanic? Is she black? Mixed? What was
I don't think she's black.
No, she's.
I think she's some kind of Hispanic in something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What is she in that's really popular that I've seen her in?
She is mildly attractive.
No, I was saying the same thing. Yeah, I was saying, I'm like, oh, that girl's kind of cute. I kind of like her. She's alright. She's very you can certainly have her, but she's kind of masculine in the sense though too. I mean,
I think it's kind of the way they dressed her. Like they kind of dressed her in the wife beater type thing, which
she can't, fly a helicopter or whatever the hell those things were because she died.
Yeah, she's dead.
She died.
Maybe she's not though, because you're not supposed to give it away.
That's not like a main turning point in the film, though.
Oh, well, nothing's a main turning point except for the ending.
First of all,
the movie, that was the turning point when they got it on.
How many more days is this thing here? By the time anyone sees this, it's going to be like 3 years after the fact.
Yeah. There's, I don't know. So overall, thumbs up?
Yeah, I said 3.5. I don't know what the thumb equivalent of 3.5 is.
I don't know. Well, I guess like 1.
I think people were I will say that people were a bit overzealous about the movie because of the visuals. People let the visuals completely override the plot.
You show somebody that movie on DVD for the first time, and they'll say it was average.
You show somebody that movie without the 3D and all that stuff. No. It was alright.
But as it is, it was worth it to see it in theaters.